Alright guys, we got another pickup video from the Avon Flea Market today. It's Sunday. We're filming this a little late because we had a lot of stuff going on today. Why don't you tell them what we got there, Lauren?
Okay, so first up, we got some NES games. There's some more cheaper, you know, they're under 20 bucks. They're like under $10 a piece.
It's from our regular guy, right?
From one of our regular guys. I try to buy from a lot of the retro guys, from a lot of the video game guys at the flea market.
It keeps stocking and you come back, keep bringing more. That's the cool part. So.
And then,
hey, you got to play this one earlier.
Yeah, I got to switch one earlier. We got Prince of Persia for $5.
That was a good deal.
Yep.
Can't go wrong with that.
And then we got all three of these for 35, I think. $35.
Which isn't bad because they're good titles.
No, like well, these two are good. This one, but we got Maximo Ghosts to Glory. It's a Capcom game. I got to play a little bit. It's actually like really fun. You just go. It's like a beat 'em up platformer. You go around and kill these skeletons and collect coins, and there's like different levels that you go to. So it's pretty cool. I would recommend it.
Prince of Persia.
Prince of Persia is always good.
It's pretty cool.
And then we have this weird. You'd never think a Neopets game like, oh, that's probably garbage, probably trash. But it's actually pretty good. I think from the description it says it's like an RPG, adventure RPG or whatever. But I heard like a pretty good things about it, so I picked it up.
Yeah, why not?
And this I just picked up. It was the cheapest game. I just picked it up because I like the way it looked. It's an RPG, so I'll probably play it like in a million years from now because
once.
Yeah, the dad's more likely to play that than I would be.
For sure. So we're gonna show you guys. We added a couple shelves of the game room, so we're gonna do a quick cut, and she's gonna put these away, and then we're gonna go over what our game room setup is. All right, guys, we're back, and we'll start our little game room tour kind of thing. This section's our what is it? Our main console. So you got your PS4, your PS3, your Xbox.
Yeah, so this is all like Xbox 360 and up. So we got the Wii U, the Switch, the 360, the Wii like you said. We also have a Retron 5.
And 2 Retron 5.
Yeah.
Which is what got us started in all this. Yeah. So, and then what's this over here? You move over to your handheld games, right?
Yes. So over here we have my. Yeah, let me pull up. I'll tell you how many games I have in the collection.
Try not to get shadows in here.
So here we have. This is my Game Gear collection.
Yeah.
I love the Game Gear. I don't really play it as often as I used to because the handheld is just kind of. It sucks batteries away.
Pain in the ass.
Yeah. But I do love collecting for the Game Gear. I have 47 Game Gear games.
It's pretty good.
It's a really fun console to collect for. The graphics and everything were so ahead of like the Game Boy. It just cost so much that no one bought it.
Yeah, I remember I was working at Leechmere stuff.
Yeah. Then we have my Game Boy Advance games.
Keep going.
Most of these I got. Most of these honestly I got like growing up because GameStop used to have them like super cheap.
Yeah, those were our deals. We would go to the GameStop and they'd have them $1 in the bins, and I'd get it whatever one looked cool.
Yeah, so I got 38 Game Boy Advance games. Yeah, then we moved to the original Game Boy. Yeah. I love collecting for the Game Boy. It's so much fun. I don't really play on the handheld. When I'm playing original Game Boy, it's normally on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
I'll play
with
these.
What is it?
The Game Boy Player.
Game Boy Player.
Yeah, I have 33 Game Boy titles for the original Game Boy.
Yeah, and then you start moving over to this corner. Let me move back a little so you can kind of see. Now this is our retro section, but the games are over here, so they're kind of a little bit off, but it's cool. We got some stuff up top, and
yes, we have my PS4 collection.
Yeah.
I love the PlayStation 4. I got it really, really late. I got a PS4 when the PS5 came out.
Yeah, that's the way we always do it.
I was gonna get a PS5, but none of them were in stock, so I ended up getting. I got a PS4 Pro, and I love. If you're gonna get Sony all the way with these new generations, especially with the way Nintendo has been acting lately.
Yeah, the Switch 2.
Go Sony. Sony's one of the few consoles now where most of the game's still on the disc for a lot of these games.
Yeah, so you don't need to have the interwebs.
I love the PS4. I love playing games on it. I've been playing a lot of PS4 games lately. I've been playing Owlboy a lot, which is awesome.
What's on there,
yeah, it's an awesome 2D platformer. If you're into that kind of stuff, I'd definitely check it out. I don't think it's too expensive.
Yeah.
I have 30 PS4 games in my collection too.
And then your PS3.
PS3, I love the PlayStation 3. Most of my PS3 games came from GameStop. Back when they would have the sales, buy two get one free, or they do
3 for 20 or something.
Yeah, games
like
that are $10 or less, or like 3 for 20 or whatever, and like they had all those weird deals. So I picked up a bunch of PS3 games then. This is the best. If you're gonna collect PS3, even though I think it goes for like $50 right now, this game, I would recommend getting it. It's such a good title. Sony forgets that they own this property, but Puppeteer, it's a great platformer. The art style is amazing. It's like a puppet show, and it's just so cool. It's so cool. One of my favorite games, like ever. And I got 61 PS3 games.
And you got your PSP.
Yeah, then we move on to the PlayStation handhelds.
No, I had a PSP when I was little.
When you were little? You mean when you were in your 30s?
It wasn't that old. Hey, maybe
it's early 2000s.
It's up there. So.
Yeah, that's our PSP. That's my dad's original PSP. There's actually photos of me on it from when I was like six. In it. But the PSP's a pretty cool handheld. I have 17 games. I don't really collect for it that much because I'm gonna be honest, the handheld's kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's not the like the certain games I'll get like Daxter, which is in the Jack and Daxter series, and like Ratchet and Clank I'll pick up, but the PS Vita, if you're gonna get a Sony handheld, get the PS Vita. It's pretty cool.
Looks the same.
Sadly, the prices have gone up a lot on it recently, so I don't really collect for it that much. But
what are these Game Boy Colors?
Over here we got my Game Boy Colors. Yeah, I don't really have a good spot for them yet. We're still building.
Yeah, we added a couple shelves. That's kind of what prompted us to do this. And then all your PS2s, which are that's the best console.
The PS2, that's the first video game console I ever played, was the Sony PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
And it is, if not my favorite console, it's top 3. I believe I have 132 PS2 games. My personal favorite ones are where are they? I don't have the case for it because I played it so much as a kid. I lost the case. But Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, hours. I could play this game for hours, and I'd never leave the first world. That game's great. So is the Sly Cooper games. These are all cheap. You can get them for like $10, $15 a piece. They look amazing. They have cell shaded graphics or whatever it's called, where it's all like cartoony and stuff. So they hold up very well. These games look so good.
They don't look bad. A lot of. Yeah, it stopped because the thing went. A lot
of the games. There's also the Jack and Daxter trilogy.
Yeah, you played those forever.
I like the first one better. I know some people prefer 2 and 3, but 2 and 3 it gets more open worldy, and I don't really like that. I kind of like the more regular platformer style of Jack and Daxter 1. Yeah, the cat wants to be in the video. She feels left out. Ratchet and Clank, those games are amazing too. PlayStation 2 is just full, and it's so cheap. Like, there are expensive games, but there's so many cheap, good games, and it's so, like, if you're gonna get...
Right now is it's time to get PlayStation 2.
If you're in between this, GameCube, and original Xbox, I would go PS2 all the way.
So then we go up to this side, Nintendo wall.
Yeah, so we have my Wii collection. I don't really collect for the Wii. I mainly just get the mainline titles that I want. Like, these games, obviously, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, you need those. But I never had any of these growing up. The games I mainly played was Skylanders Giants.
And the sports.
I played Wii Sports all the time. Every kid did. Tangled, I played this game a lot.
Yeah, you played that a lot.
Mario Kart Wii.
Yeah.
Was amazing. And Sonic Colors. Sonic Colors is such a good game. It's so beautiful. It's one of the few good newer Sonic. Newer. It came out like 15 years ago, but...
The PSP?
Switch?
Or Switch? Whatever.
Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch was the only console I've ever gotten, like, around launch. I got it for the Christmas of that year.
Yeah, I remember
and
that.
It's so good. It's one of my favorite consoles. I'm mainly here is just mainly mainline Nintendo games. If I'm getting third-party titles, I'm getting them on the PS4.
Yeah.
Because the Switch it's a very expensive console to collect for, so I don't really buy a game unless I like really.
I like that it's a handheld, but we use it as more of a console.
Yeah. And then we have GameCube, which I do not collect for GameCube like at all because it's so expensive. I have the Mario Kart game, like a Mario Kart Double Dash because I love those, and I bought Luigi's Mansion because it's a cool game on the console. But like other than like mainline Nintendo stuff, I'm not planning on buying any GameCube
if you
stuff.
Find something special. A good deal will get.
Yeah, the only reason I have this is because we had this at our house for some reason. I have no idea what family member it came from.
Uncle Mike.
Yeah. I would not buy this on my own because this is like a $70 game. Yeah. So it's really cool though. It has original Zelda 1 and 2, and then it has Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask on the GameCube. But you move into DS. There's a bunch of junk, but there's also some good stuff. Like looking for a good platformer. Legendary Starfy is always good.
Thundercats.
That's a very good game too. Thundercats. It's a good beat 'em up type game. Plants vs. Zombies. This New Super Mario Brothers. This was the first Mario game I ever played. Really, this was the first like platformer Mario I ever played, and I loved it so much as a kid.
Before we got the Retron, before you got into collecting.
I played the DS all the time, and then 3DS. I love the 3DS. I don't buy much for it anymore because it's getting pricey too. I mainly get the Pokemon games and stuff. This
you got the loose cards though too. So.
Well, none of those are 3DS.
Well, they're DS.
Here are my loose 3DS.
I knew you had them.
Yeah, but I got the 3DS for Pokemon Sun. For Pokemon Sun and Moon. I didn't have one before that. I was into Pokemon.
Yeah, we did the DS lights all the time.
Yeah, and I specifically got a 3DS on Christmas to play Pokemon Sun. It's my favorite Pokemon game. After that, they all kind of suck. I don't like any of the new ones at all.
I remember Soul Calibur. That's a game we played. I'm sorry.
Squirrel. You're skipping ahead.
Who cares? I'm looking at the games.
You live here. You can look at them whenever you want.
Yeah.
Then we moved to Xbox One. I had an Xbox One way before I had a PS4, so I bought a bunch of games for it. But once I got a PS4, I kind of got rid of some of my Xbox One stuff. Yeah. And I don't think I'm going to be buying anything else for
we play more than we collect. Honestly. I mean, we do collect, but more players.
But Xbox One is great if you want a cheap console, like a cheap console to collect for. The games are super cheap. But I loved the Xbox One when I had it, but honestly, PlayStation's better. Now, the 360, on the other hand, when the Xbox One came out, I got my cousin's Xbox 360. Yeah. And I loved the console so much. I grew up playing Assassin's Creed Revelations. Loved that game so much, as well as...
That was from Tommy, right? Didn't we get that from Tommy?
Yes. I loved playing the Call of Duty games. Soul Calibur 4. I played that game. Me and my friend, we used to stay up for hours and just make the character creation on Soul Calibur 4 is so good. Like you could make whatever you wanted. The game. Yes, that and I don't have the case for it, but we had Rayman. Me and my friend used to play Rayman Legends all the time, which is a sequel to Rayman Origins. That game is so much fun. 2-player is crazy. We beat the game. It took us like multiple days, but we did beat it.
I remember you guys playing.
And we used to yell at each other. And my personal favorite 360 game right now, Alice Madness Returns. It's a little janky. But like the setting, like everything about it is so good, and I'm so mad that we never got the sequel that was set up for it.
Everybody went crazy.
Yeah.
Ed and Eddie.
Yeah. Move on to. I only have 5 original Xbox games. I don't collect for the original Xbox. Like I said, I'm a PS2 person. Yeah. These are just some that we just got for really cheap. And this we paid full price for, but it's Ed and Eddie. Yeah. And you know what's funny? We can't even play it because we don't have an original Xbox and it's not backwards compatible on the 360. But it's Ed and Eddie. So it's cool.
Wall fodder.
And then here, it's the only spot I had for him. We have my box Master System stuff. Yeah. We got good stuff like Shinobi. That's a great game, honestly. The NES version's better though, because you can use the D-pad for the controller. But we do have another great game, Outrun. That's pretty good. Thunderblade's not a bad shooter either. But yeah, that's this shelf.
Alright, so now this is the whole reason we're doing this is we built these 2 new shelves. We got this Famicom, if you guys seen our latest build. And then we had our PlayStation shelf, which is kind of cool. Put this new little light thing, and these are all the PlayStations that we got. Because we have them to use, but these are our display ones.
These are our extras that we just got. So
we'll add more later, but
like this PS3 is our original PS3 that we had growing up. It works, but the disc drive is starting to go, so I got a new one, and this one just kind of goes up.
Got one to run. Same with the PS2.
Yeah, the PS2 was the one from our house. Yes.
I used to mod those at Xerox.
That PS1 I got for $20 with some other crap at the flea market one time. So. And then we have the complete box ColecoVision in the back. Yeah. I got that for my dad for Christmas.
That was my Christmas present.
A couple years ago because he always wanted one as a kid. But I never got one, so I bought him a complete boxed one so he could have that experience.
And then that's the Famicom we got 2 weeks ago, right? And all your handhelds.
Yeah, it was last week.
Was it last week? Yeah.
Yeah, and then the Famicom, which is awesome. And then we have all my handhelds. Yeah. This is my original DS from when I was a child. Yeah. I played it all the time. That's the one that survived. I went through multiples of them.
She had a black one, she had an ivory one, and then the pink one. Now Uncle Ken got you that.
Yeah, that's the one that survived. Yeah. And then I have my original Game Boy. Yeah. 3 Game Boy Pockets. Yeah. I have some of my Game Boy Colors. Then I have I have the special edition.
Yeah, that was cool.
NES. Game Boy Advance.
Looks like
SP.
the old.
Yeah.
Take it
Here,
out.
I'll take it out.
It's even got the Nerf. These were ours. These are all things like her cousins. Yeah, see, that's cool. That's cool.
Awesome. Right now, I don't really buy handhelds anymore right now because this is how expensive they are, and I have so many of them. They're just going on the shelf. So unless I get them for cheap, I don't really pick them up anymore.
So we added another couple shelves down here, so we rearranged the consoles themselves. Yes. And
so, these are all hooked up via switch box. You just gotta press the button, and they're ready to go. So we have the Super Nintendo, the NES, and N64, and then we have the 7800 sitting right here for whenever we want to use it. So this is all Nintendo and Atari. And over here we got the Sega and like PlayStation. We have Sega Master System. Yeah. We got our Genesis and the Sega with the Sega CD attached.
Of course.
We have the Sega Saturn.
And then we just picked that up a couple weeks ago.
PS1
for 10
Slim.
bucks.
We got this for $10. I love it. It's so tiny. It fits so good in the.
Put in lots of little nooks and here if you have to.
It's so great.
And then my Coleco, of course. But this isn't working right, so we haven't been doing Ataris because of that. I got a lot of Ataris.
We're gonna get our 7800 modded.
Yeah,
and then we'll use that and it'll look really.
Because it's just it plays, it just doesn't look good.
Yeah.
And it's already bad enough as it is, so we don't want to make it worse. So here's our Nintendo or 8-bit wall, basically, or 16-bit or whatever it is. Yeah. So we got our box ones up here of all our Super Nintendos. Yes. Nintendos, and then what you got? 200 something NESs.
Yeah, let me look it up. I'll look up the stats for this because I like my NES collection. I'm very proud of it.
Yeah, it's cool.
The NES is one of my top 3 consoles to collect for. I love the NES so much. I have 203 NES games right now. Some of my favorites are Adventure Island.
Yeah, that's a good game.
So much fun. I love Adventure Island. Batman.
Yeah, that's
always great. So are the Castlevanias.
Yeah.
Contras. I suck at Contra though. I die so fast.
I like Contra.
But we have the DuckTales and the Rescue Rangers and stuff like that. We got Double Dragons.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy. My dad probably like that. I'm not that big of an RPG. I'm trying to get into RPGs.
I Final Fantasies with PlayStation. That's when I started it.
Yeah. Oh, this. Yeah. If you see this, pick it up. But if you see it for a good price, pick it up because it's very fun and it has more like a 3D like top down kind of view to it, and it works very well. Let's see what else we got. Go here. We got my dad's favorite game as a kid, Kid Nicky.
Yep.
Kirby, very fun.
That's a good game.
And you can actually save your progress in this game, which is amazing. We got Mega Man 2 and 3. I'd love to get more of them. They're just expensive, and I'd rather not spend the money on them. And we got the same with Ninja Gaiden. I'd love to get the 3rd one, but you know.
Some point.
We got Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2. Let's see what else.
Qbert.
Yeah,
Rampage.
Rampage is always good.
Rygar, that Russian attack. That's from my youth. I had those.
Star Wars.
Empire Strikes Back.
We have all the Marios.
Of course.
And we have all 3 turtles.
And Zelda.
This is like a clone of Super Mario Bros. 3. It's very fun. I would recommend getting this game. If you want a good platformer, I'd pick it up. Yeah. We picked this up a long time ago.
Animaniacs.
Yeah, it's very good. Then we have Zelda's. Always good.
And then our Super Nintendo's with the Super Game Boy.
Moved on to the Super Nintendo. I always think I have less Super Nintendo games than I actually do. I think I have I have 50 Super Nintendo games. Bad. Aladdin's good. I like the Genesis one better.
Jurassic Park.
The best games, Donkey Kong Country. All of them are great. Let's see, what else do we have? F-Zero.
Mario Kart.
Yeah, Super Mario Kart. I have the Japanese version because it's way cheaper.
Yeah. Or cheap.
Yes. Yeah, if you didn't know, you can play the Japanese games in the Super Nintendo. You just gotta break out the 2 little plastic pieces inside the consoles that prevents these games from going in.
Yeah, there's just 2 tabbies on the console itself. So, and these are Famicom games, right?
Yeah, those are Famicom. So we got
Super Famicom and Famicom.
Yeah. Super Famicom and Famicom.
We just got that with our disc set.
Yeah. So. Yes, and this, if you're getting a Super Nintendo, this would probably be the one game you want to pick up with it. Yeah. Super Mario All-Stars plus World. So you get the remakes of all the original Mario games and Super Mario World in one cart. So you could honestly just have a Super Nintendo on this, and you would have so much time.
And then our N64s.
N64. I used to collect a lot of N64, but I kind of got most of the stuff I was looking for on it. I'd rather get PS1. We kind of just get the PS1 and the Dreamcast.
That's alright.
We'll go back to
it. Long anyway.
You distracted me.
N64.
N64. I'd rather all the games that are like cross-platform. I'd rather get it on the PS1. So again, same with 64. Like I just want to get Nintendo only stuff. I have 34 N64 games. There's only a couple I need. Like I need the first Banjo-Kazooie, and there's like a couple others, but that's about it that I want from that. And then we move on to the Sega Genesis. With the Sega Genesis, I think overall I like the Genesis more than the Super Nintendo. I have 55 Sega Genesis games, like some like Altered Beast.
And I love these cases. They're so much better than the cardboard crap that
Nintendo. Aladdin, I love this game. I have I have a bunch of the Sonics complete over here. I have Sonic 1, 2, and 3. I'm glad I bought Sonic 3 when I did, because this complete now goes to like, it's in the $50 range. I got it when it was like $30, and even then I thought that was a little too much, but
Knuckles.
Yeah, I got the adapter.
I had that as a kid.
Sonic 3, amazing. Pick it up. World of Illusion. World of Illusion is great. My favorite though is Castle of Illusion. I came so close to beating this game. I need to actually do it.
You should.
It's like so much fun.
Alright, so now this section is our disc section.
It's like the in-between eras.
Yeah, it's got like all the cool disc stuff.
I have the Dreamcast, the PS2, GameCube, Wii. Eventually I'll get the original
VHS. This is like the in-between, and all of our TVs are dumb TVs. We don't do smart TVs.
I hate smart TVs. I bought one and it sucked.
Emerson is always awesome for this in-between era.
Yeah, this TV, I feel like, honestly, people like CRTs, but PS2, almost all PS2 games are widescreen, and this is like the perfect era for it. Yeah. So, yeah. And I have the Wii here because the Wii U plays Wii on the other TV, so.
And then up top are all my 8-bit lovelies, the Ataris. I got the ColecoVisions up here.
And then it moves to the
2600 stuff. 2600s with, what are those these ones called?
I don't know what company it is.
I forget. One frog. Parker Brothers.
So yeah, the Parker Brothers.
And then those ones down there.
Activision.
And then the Activisions are always good.
Then we have games published by Coleco for the
2600, which was because they did both.
Then we have a couple 78 hard loose 78.
Yeah.
And these games are just ones we have to do videos on.
Yet, so we will, guys.
If you don't know, I wait to put them away so we can film, so I don't forget about them.
Yeah, because so we make sure we video all of them.
And we don't have 5200 consoles.
I had one as a kid. I got it at Sears.
But we got a bunch of games for really cheap at a garage sale, so we picked.
Well, and the flea market, that one guy had $1
each.
Yeah, so he sold them. Both places they sold it right before we got there, but the people didn't take all the cartridges.
This is really cool though. It's a 2600 Junior, and we got it for $10.
$10.
So that was a pretty cool find. And then here are complete box of this. We have the complete box NES up top.
Yep, and then her glasses.
So these are 5200 games.
Yep.
These are 7800 games, and then these are all of our 2600.
Yep. And that's our prize that Brandy and James over at H&W Racing hooked us up with.
We got
Thanks, guys. And then there's your Game Gear.
And then we moved on. We got some Sega CD stuff.
Yep.
And my 2 Sega Saturn games. Very expensive console to collect for.
Yeah.
And then this is just like a weird. It's a PC version of Sonic CD.
So it deserved a spot.
Yeah. And then we have
randos.
My Japanese Super Game Boy 2. And then Intellivision. These are for the Intellivision. These use the voice synthesis.
Yeah. Synthesizer.
Yeah, and it talks to you.
Yeah. But so I'll stand back and do a scan. You guys can kind of see. You got obviously Lauren's got her Diamond Art in the back and her guitars.
Oh, my Guitar Hero has been one of my favorite games.
Oh, and you see her. That's her setup with all her Skylanders stuff. She plays over there a lot too. So it's not just this over here. So, but you see it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Turn the light out real quick so you see the cool mood lighting we got in here. Now I'll do a quick spin around. That's my side with my RC cars. It's a mess. It's my organized chaos. But yeah, turn the light off there so you can see we got these cool these whatever they are, the changing lights, and you can see the PlayStation thing up there is lit up. So we might need a few more lights to light up the shelves with the units, but it looks pretty cool. So hopefully you guys dig and you like and subscribe and all that, and as we get some more, our first thing we're gonna do is at some point we're gonna pull all these off and we're gonna stain the wood. Right now we're just building, then we're gonna stain it all so it's that dark wood and it all matches. It'll be all old school cool. Now these walls come from my mom's house. When we built this place, we pulled these walls out. So these are from my childhood home when I was a kid. These are 60-year-old panelings, and we reused it all.
Having these walls in here made this room feel so
it's just warm and
like
right.
in my grandma's house.
Yes, that's the whole point. She lives right downstairs, right downstairs. Yeah, no. She moved with us. We built this place for her and for those that have seen. So, for whatever that's worth. So, anyways, like and subscribe, guys, and hopefully you dig, and we'll do another one. If you want to see us play any of those along the way, you can stop and look at I scan most of the rows, so if you want us to play something, we will. We don't mind. We like making those long videos. So, well, anyways, I'll see you when I see ya. Bye. But guess what? We forgot one whole section over here. So there's the last bit we put on. This is PS1 and Dreamcast. Yeah, you did mention that earlier.
The Sega Dreamcast, this console's awesome. The games can get a little pricey, but like honestly, Dreamcast is worth it just for like Crazy Taxi and stuff like that. But I think
that one is
I do believe you can get Crazy Taxi on the original Xbox and stuff. But this game, Hydro Thunder,
that's a great game.
Amazing. The Dreamcast got a lot of really good arcade like ports.
Yeah.
And then obviously there's Resident Evil Code Veronica, which is like
again arcade stuff.
This isn't an arcade game.
Well, Resident Evil started in the arcade and it was a shooter.
Then we got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, which are great games. Then we move on to PS1. I love the PS1. I want to buy more for it. It's just I don't like the greatest hits finds. I want to try to get all Black Label, and they're kind of expensive.
They're hard to find.
Yeah, they're just more pricey. But we have like the Crash Bandicoot games, which are amazing.
Yeah.
The very difficult.
Their version of
Mario.
Yeah.
The Croc games. I still need to get Croc 1.
It's
but these are fun platformers too. Same with like Frogger. I pick this game up, guys, because it's very difficult. But like there's so many levels and stuff to it, and it's not a pricey game.
You were just playing it the other night.
Yeah. Same. I got all 3 Final Fantasies. Pac-Man World, another great 3D platformer. Very fun. Yeah. I have they remastered it. I have the remastered version on the Switch and I beat it. It's very fun. Spyro, I still need to get the other 2 Spyro games, but I'm looking out for the Black Label versions, so.
Yeah. A little picky on that.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
Yeah, we have Tomb Raiders. I own the first 2. I never bought the 3rd one because I don't really like them.
It's all boobs. They're triangle boobs.
No,
and
controls.
Bad controls.
The controls are very, very bad. I'd much rather play another game.
Anyways, so that's really the end now. Sorry, I completely forgot the little section there. So hopefully you guys dig, and if you have any questions or anything, or you want to see us play anything, like I said, just let us know, and we'll get some game footage. I'll see ya.
Stay tuned for more, just getting started. Every guy you'll feel worried. Everything's you feel the right place. Right this way, you know you try. Doing some nuts, a little tater by the light. It's great, we're on your side. Don't like saying I was right. Really like to play. Right place was Captain 7, winning mile on getting members. Right place, sucker, had his panders in.